From world events to Washington and New York City, here's your concise world update for Friday, January 16th. President Donald Trump has been advised that a large-scale U.S. strike against Iran is unlikely to topple the government and could instead trigger a broader regional conflict. Machado presented her Nobel Peace Prize medal to Donald Trump after meeting him at the White House, in a dramatic gesture meant to honor his role in supporting Venezuelan freedom following the U.S. capture of President Nicolas Maduro. Former Brazilian President Jair Bolsonaro was transferred Thursday to Brasilia Espapuda Penitentiary Complex, moving him to significantly larger accommodations. On the first visit by a Canadian leader to China in 8 years, Prime Minister Mark Carney said Thursday that Canada and China are entering a new phase in their relationship. President Donald Trump on Thursday threatened to invoke an insurrection act to deploy troops in response to ongoing protests in Minneapolis over the presence of federal immigration officers carrying out his administration's sweeping enforcement crackdown. The American Civil Liberties Union filed a class action lawsuit in U.S. District Court for Minnesota against Immigration and Customs Enforcement, accusing federal agents of racial profiling and unlawful arrests during the administration's immigration operation in the Twin Cities. A federal appeals court on Thursday reversed a lower court ruling that had freed Mahmoud Khalil from immigration detention, clearing the way for the government to again hold him as it pursues deportation. Robinson's defense attorneys plan to argue that a conflict of interest exists within the Utah County Attorney Office and are seeking to have the entire office disqualified from handling the case. The Senate on Thursday cleared the final procedural hurdle for a 3-bill spending package, setting up a final vote as lawmakers scramble to avert a partial government shutdown. Governors from U.S. states experiencing a surge in data center construction are set to visit the White House on Friday to sign an agreement, with the Trump administration aimed at slowing the rise in electricity costs. The second highest-ranking official at U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement is resigning to launch a run for Congress in Ohio. The White House on Thursday defended its decision to rename the Department of Defense as the Department of War, even as federal budget analysts warned the move could cost taxpayers up to $125 million. Verizon said service has been restored for affected customers in the New York area. Customers impacted by the outage will receive a $20 account credit. Oswald Feliz to chair the Council's Public Safety Committee. The appointment positions Feliz to play a pivotal role in determining whether Mamdani's proposed agency, which would handle mental health-related emergency calls across the city, advances. 3 people robbed a Manhattan Pokémon store Wednesday evening, pointing a handgun at customers and smashing display cases with a hammer, and took off with $100,000 in merchandise. Negotiations between striking nurses and hospital management resumed Thursday night at New York Presbyterian Hospital, but talks ended without a breakthrough as the New York City nurses' strike stretched into its 4th day. U.S. stocks rebounded on Thursday after 2 straight days of losses, lifted by strong earnings from major banks. Home sales ended 2025 with unexpectedly strong momentum, rising 5.1% in December, the largest monthly gain in nearly 2 years. From the Middle East to Wall Street, you're up to date.